area. This is Antares, and this is M4. And this little star thing right there, that little thing of 3, that's actually Rho Ophiuchi. And this was with a 135 millimeter lens. And so it's, you know, the wider the better on this. I wanted to be kind of tight in there so I could see the globular clusters a little bit. But most people, you know, zoom out a long way just to get this. So I traveled to the mountains, North Carolina mountains, Stone Mountain, to get this picture. This is my old DSLR and 135 millimeter f3.5 lens. And what did I use? I don't know. There wasn't very many photographs or sub frames on this. I thought I had it written down, but no. Yeah, 10 times 90 seconds. So anyway, if you like nebulosity, you get one color there, and then there's some other colors that didn't show. You know, this is back in the days before I had my ASI cameras. I wish I had. I'll try to do it again with those. It'll be a lot better.
What year was this?
What year? This was 2015. August the 12th, 2015.
Okay, very good.
But it'll be the same just about every year if the moon's not around. Any questions? Moving on. I guess you're probably going to see a few of these tonight, but this is the veil I took. This is back in 2016 also. 2-panel mosaic, again taken with a DSLR in my Genesis. So like that's one frame here and another frame there, and I stitched them together. And let's see, did I write down? Yeah, each panel was 10 by 3 minutes. Pickering's triangle, and I think this is the west side, and I think this is the east side, the witch's broom. So very familiar to everyone, I think.
Were you gonna like try do this area with your or were you going to try to go deeper with that filter that you have that you showed, that you're going to show with your that you use on your Crescent Nebula?
Yeah, I think I'll try it and see what I can do. We'll see, since we can't get around too much. And certainly if we got the weather, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, yeah.
It stays high enough up until, you know, the fall that you can work on this even into the fall. Okay.
Very good.
I took this about a year ago. This is the lagoon in the Trifid. And this is with my ASI 294, my Genesis out of Big Woods. And I wrote down what this was somewhere. No, I didn't. Anyway, I think these were, I think this is a minute-long exposure, 1 minute long each, times 20.
Mark, these are all fun to do with StarNet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many stars you don't. There's a lot of structure you don't see with all those stars.
You're right, and this area's got a lot. So I like to do things simply, and this was a very simple way to do this. These were unguided, by the way, just my old G11 mount that I've now sold. 1 minute exposures. Okay.
Was that your last G11 picture?
I don't know. I probably used it in the driveway some once or twice in the spring before I sold it, but anyway, it's gone, so it's sad, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
All right, next is this. I took this in my front yard, and this is M13. And I think I caught this on a good night because it really, I think it's the best focus I've ever had ever in my life. My stars are pretty much pinpoint. And I was just amazed. It's, again, real simple. I think I was not guiding. I probably hadn't used my AVX mount back then. This was last year and just about this time last year. And this was my 294, ASI 294, and I'm showing 17 times 30 seconds in my front yard.
How dark is, or not dark, what's the magnitude of that galaxy there? I'm just curious because you did this in Cary, so that's pretty impressive that you got that guy to show up there.
I have it listed on my webpage. I can find out. You want to hold on a second?
Yeah, sure. All the time in the world.
Well, let's see if I do have my webpage up here somewhere. I'm still looking, so bear with me. Let's see. The galaxy is at magnitude 11.4. So it's, it's pretty compact, so it shows up pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been really amazed at what this little camera will do. It's such an improvement over a DSLR. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's one-shot color, which makes me happy. I'm basically kind of lazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, star clusters and galaxies, it's just like, why should you make it any harder on yourself, I guess?
And let's see, I think that was number 4. So let me see if I get my last one here. I'm gonna have to jump through a couple.
Okay,
I'll take this one.
Before you get to your last one, let me just remind people, just raise your hand or put in a message in the chat window if you would like to show your images. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, and this is the Omega Nebula, really good summer object. And this is a fairly old picture. I think I took this back in 2013 with my DSLR. So this was 20 times 60 seconds out of Big Woods. So this was a modified Canon XTI, lots of noise, but it still did a reasonably good job. Okay, that's my 5.
All right, very good. I don't know, Steve, do you want to go next?
I can go next, I guess.
All right. Do raise your hand if, or put a message in the chat window if you want to show your pictures. Go ahead.
First thing I'll show is Anna's Neowise, which I brought up. So that's this one. You can see it here. Is that the one you're talking about, Chris?
Oh, that's Annie Morris?
Yeah, is that the one you're talking about, Chris? I can't hear you, Chris.
He's muted himself.
Yes, I know. I did mute myself. Yeah, I like it because you can see the ion trail there.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the one you were talking about. Okay, let me go to mine now. If I can find it here. Yeah. Okay, the first thing I want to show is an experiment I'm doing. As some of you may know, I'm a consultant for Wolfram Research, the Mathematica people. And one of the tricks that we've been talking about lately on the community that I moderate is looking at differences between 2 images. And this is something I did yesterday. I grabbed somebody's pictures off the net. It was in Reddit, I think, of the supernova in M61 recently. And here's a picture taken in April of 2020 and then one in May of 2020 after the supernova. And you can compare the two, and it will look for changes between the two images. And in the case it did, I just ran these 4 commands here in Mathematica on this image, on these 2 images, and it popped up and shows where the supernova was. So it's something I want to play with, is taking some images of the sky in certain areas of the sky, and then taking the image an hour later or something, and maybe looking for asteroids or changes in variable stars or something like that, and running it through this process to see what it comes up with, and then check to see if someone has noticed that. So that's just something I play with, because it's really easy to do once you get the images to run these commands. Anyway, that's just a little experiment I've been pulling off in the last couple of days. All right, let's see. The next is, okay, here's my time lapse of Neowise. So this is at Jordan Lake at the observation deck there last week. And it was a lot of fun to go out there and do this. This is with a 50mm lens on my Canon 6D on a tripod, and just started taking I guess motions for an hour or so, I guess, something like that. And then that's just one of the images from that time lapse. And it was very enjoyable to do this. It was a lot of fun. I haven't tried anything since. Okay, this is my HSO of Cygnus area, and I was particularly interested. I've shown these out before. It's only an hour and a half of H alpha, an hour of oxygen, and an hour of sulfur for the Crescent and the Tulip Nebula. And so this is from my driveway here in Durham. Playing around to see what I could get from the driveway. I'd like to get many more hours of this, because it's a very pretty area, but I haven't had the weather to do that yet. So I'll keep trying.
Steve, what telescope are we using on that?
It's not a telescope. It's my, in this case, it's my 100mm Canon lens on my ATIC 460EX camera.
Okay.
With various Astrodon 5nm filters.
Okay.
Okay. Then this is the project that I was working on for a while, of narrow band of the lagoon and the Trifid here, and then various other things. There's the Omega and the Eagle and NGC 6604 in this area. So it's a mosaic of 5 images done over 3 or 4 nights. So I take one, and then next night I would move it over and take another night. It's usually it's anywhere between an hour and 2.5 hours of exposure. Again, with my 100mm lens and the 5nm Astrodon filter from my driveway here in Durham. And the hardest part is getting the mosaic made and having things sort of look the same across the mosaic. I tried to keep all the same settings and everything, do the best I could, and as far as processing them all together. So I like doing these projects that take days to do now. And this is a couple summers ago. This is, I think, from Big Woods with my C8. I think I took out there for this with the ATIC camera again of the Eagle area. So I think this is last summer or 2 summers ago now. I can't remember which it was. Probably 2 summers ago.
I love the detail.
Yeah, I was surprised, actually, completely surprised. I don't remember the details on it. I should look it up. But, so that's.
Did you get the reducer on this, Steve?
What's that?
Did you have the reducer on that one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't run the C8 without the reducer on it.
Okay.
Okay, and then this is my Vail H alpha again. This is from a couple of summers ago as well, I think. Let's see, where's it? This is August 2018. No, this is a Canon 200mm lens on this one, 5nm H alpha filter. This is 36 3-minute exposures and 15 5-minute exposures, and a nearly full moon. This is from my driveway here in Durham.
Wow.
And I haven't run StarNet on it or anything, so I should do that just to see what it looks like. And this is from Jordan Lake in July of 2018. This is also with the 200 millimeter lens and the same, basically the same setup I've been using for a couple of years now of the elephant. Let's see.
Could you point out the elephant in that, Steve?
Well, the elephant trunk is here.
Okay.
Okay, that's the elephant trunk.
That's really good. You should probably go ahead and just do the other channels.
Yeah, this is a 11, 10-minute exposures.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess something like that. Yeah, I mean, this is not something I've done a lot of on there. And then this is a Cygnus region again, similar to like Chris did recently. This was done at Jordan Lake in 2018 also. And so let's see, where are things here? Okay, there's I guess that's the crescent right there. It doesn't show up very much, and there's the tulip right there. And then the North American and Pelican and stuff. And then Vale there. Again, I mean, I could do better now, I suspect. And this is with a Rokinon 24 millimeter lens at f4 on the ATIC also. This is 3 hours of exposure. There's Jordan Lake. I don't know if I got any more there. Yeah, this is terrible, but this was my first attempt at doing HSO back 2 years ago. And it's colorful, but it's way out of focus and not very interesting. But I'm better now 2 years later, I think. And then this is from also from Jordan Lake. This is the Stellar View 102 with a 460 EX and LRGB filters. This is in 2017 now. That's a while ago.
You enlarge that one, actually?
What's that?
You enlarge that one? That one's kind of neat looking. I mean, your M51, that last one.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's.
I mean, can you enlarge it or?
Can I enlarge it? Yeah. Enlarge it. Let's see. That's as big as I can make it, I guess. But,
Oh, yeah.
Click it up, it'll allow you to do anything bigger than that. And then the last one, I think the last one, it's just a solar thing I did in May of 2019. This is from my deck in Durham on the Orion solar tracking mount.
Very good.
I think, then that's Chris will recognize those. That's from the eclipse back in 2017. So, all right, that's all I've got.
Okay, very good. So, so once again, if you want to put up your raise your hand using the participants window, or if you want to put in a message in chat that you have some images to show, yeah, just raise your hand or put it in a message on the chat window, and we'll let you go. Next up is Michael Fulbright. He put up his hand there. Go for it, Michael.
Y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let me share the screen here. That's showing up all right?
Yep.
All right.
See it.
All right. So I sold Origin my Mach 1, and I've been playing with this G11 I got from Explore Scientific ages ago to write an Indy driver. And I never had a good opinion of G11s because of the way they designed a worm block, but it's been fun to tinker with. And I built that own step controller for it, and it works. Almost works better than the Mach 1 now. I've worked on it some, so I've been really happy with it. So I've just been shooting a lot of test images. So this was just some frames of M16 with H alpha. I think it was about 15 frames, 5 minutes each. And this is with the 8-inch Newtonian. I tried to do an H alpha RGB blend, but the RGB was so noisy. it didn't do justice to the H alpha. So I've always wanted to try that technique to try to get color and yet do it from a light polluted location, but I've never had great luck with that, but I'll keep trying. This is M11. Same idea. I was just doing test exposures. This is probably 40 minutes of RGB with the ASI 1600. But I've always liked M11. It's one of my favorite visual targets.
Now, wait a minute. You said RGB as in like monocamera, red, green.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I've also been testing out the new Nino release candidates. They're about to come out with 1.10. So, you know, they've gotten it pretty dumb simple to just throw in a sequence and then walk away and go play with the cat for 45 minutes and come back and throw another one in. So if you haven't tried it, I really recommend Nina. I wouldn't spend money on anything else till you experimented with it.
Michael, I really like the way you composed this with the blue star and the gold star down in the bottom corner.
Dumb luck, but thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I've found I'm in the South Cary, almost apex, and to the south is not great because of Fuquay and everything, but I can shoot these things when the moon's not up and get color and do it from my backyard. So I've been kind of playing a lot in the southern Milky Way the last week. This I did last night. I don't know what these objects are. I think this is HD 172012, so that's what I called the picture. Because I looked on all the sites I know. These are just dark, molecular clouds. And is it Serpens Kaput or Saren's Kaput? I can't pronounce it.
Serpens Kaput's the way I used to say it.
Yeah, this is about 3 degrees northeast of M11, if that helps. But still southern. And this one, I'll show in a second. I think I'm going to do a 4-panel mosaic of this area. It's a really neat area.
Well, sorry, Mike, how long is that one?
This one I did RGB independently, 60 frames, 30 seconds each.
Okay, because I'm looking at that and it's like, well, just given the way cameras behave these days, it's like, I wonder if you went longer, would you start to get more depth in the dark nebula there?
Probably. And like I said, I've mostly just tested out the mount and different balance biases and stuff. But the pictures is sort of a consequence of all the tinkering I'm doing. But yeah, the nice thing is I'm shooting these at gain 76.
Oh my
And
God.
if you go on cloudy nights, you'll see the old dinosaurs lamenting how CMOS cameras have no dynamic range or anything. But I'm quite happy. I managed to get I did some noise reduction on this, but the dark nebula looks okay. But you get tons of star color. So I think it's more about knowing how to do things than just complaining when you don't.
Michael, I'm interested in doing these dark nebula, and I've not tried it yet. But those are always going to be RGB, right? There's no narrowband involved in this.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
And so, I'd say to the south, it might be mag 4.5 here, maybe. During the summer when the humidity is so bad, it's not even that good. So it's not like I can see the Milky Way or anything. It's nothing at all like that. So, you might be surprised what you can pull off. I know I took a few galaxy images over the winter, and I was kind of surprised. If you pick nice, compact, sort of condensed galaxies, you can actually kind of do okay from where I am. I know if you're in Raleigh, you're probably screwed, but
You are.
Yeah, the other question I have is you're taking 30-second exposures?
yeah, 30 seconds. This is with an 8-inch f4.
Yeah.
It's a little over 1.25 degrees across.
Okay. Because I can't imagine doing this with my ATIC somehow. I just don't get this kind of thing with that. Is that because your 1600 is just that much better for this kind of thing, or is I just don't know what I'm doing?
You have the 460?
Yeah.
No, I think you could pull that off. That's pretty low read noise for a CCD camera. I'm not sure. It may just be the level of our light pollution is that different. I'm not sure.
I may have less light pollution than you do, but maybe not to the south. But I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to take some test images of those areas and, send them to me, I can compare to what I'm getting and tell you if
All right.
anything's that different.
All right.
This one is M22. So we're getting close to the galactic core. Again, I just told Nina M22, this many. Again, I probably shot 15, 20 minutes per channel, RGB. Went and did something else, came back and went to the next one. So, and processing these is easy. You just stack them, throw them together, use photometric color calibration and PixInsight, and I use ABE, automatic background extraction, to get rid of the gradient it had and make a PNG file, and I'm done. So that's about the level of interest I have in imaging these days. So it's kind of been fun. And then finally, my wife and I went over to the dam that day. Steve was out there, and I figured I'd probably kick myself if I didn't take a picture. So this is like 10 1-second exposures I took. So I could say I took a picture of it, but honestly, I was quite uninspired. If this is the best comet we've had in the last 20 years, this is a bad time to live, because the ones of the 70s are amazing. But anyway, and then.
Well, that's rather depressing, since I'm about to saddle up all my gear and drive out there.
Oh, it's amazing. It's world. It'll change your life.
Yeah, David, I thought you were heading out there tonight.
I'm sorry, what?
I thought you said you were going to head out there tonight.
I am. I am about 30 minutes from the dam, and I figure that there's not a lot of point in me getting there before 9.
Yeah.
So if you can see it, so the frame I showed is this one here. And so I'm thinking, is this doing 4 frames here to kind of pick up more? To give you an idea where in the sky this is. Hello. There we go. Let's see. That's M16. And what is this? Is this Altair?
Looks like Altair.
Yeah. M11's this thing. So this is the part of the sky, but this is Aladdin. If you haven't played with it before, it's kind of handy. That's all I do. I just load up Aladdin and then scroll around and they go, like, this area looks fun, or this is fun. It's all these dense star fields. And then, some of it's near where Mark took his image the other day. I mean, that wasn't the other day. When did you take that Rho Fucus? You said in 2015?
Yes.
Okay. So it's that's south of here, right? Or
yeah, it's
east, I guess.
Yeah, it's close to Scorpius, so it's down low pretty far.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm all done. Thank you.
Okay, so this is just a reminder to everybody. If you'd like to show your images, just raise your hand using the raise your hand command at the bottom right of the participants window. It's that little ... button there. Or put in a message in the Zoom group chat window. So I don't see anybody else here, so I guess I'll go next, and I'm doing this all on the fly. So everybody's probably already seen the this guy right here. Actually, let me get this back up. Hold on. I can share the correct screen here. Come on. There we go. So this is from Flickr right here. This is that area that I had put online, or I had showed the group, I don't know, was it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago or something like that? But this is what I'm working on now. Let's see if I can get this to work. So I'm going to, what is it? Does everybody see that one right there?
Yes.
Yeah, so I finished up, or I'm close to finishing oxygen. I've done hydrogen for the area, I've done sulfur for the area, and I'm about done with oxygen. So just just to have something else to show this area at this meeting. Here's what one of the panels looks like as a WHO, or hydrogen, oxygen, and oxygen. So the middle channel of the WHO, HOO, is 25% hydrogen and 75% oxygen, and that's what we have here. So got a nice, pretty deneb there, showing, I guess, kind of accurate coloring there for just narrowband images. But
Chris, where was it, Deneb?
it's this one right here. Let's see. I don't know if you see my pointer. Can you see?
I'm not seeing it on my screen.
Okay, well, here, I'll zoom in on it. Can you see it now?
Nah, Chris, I think you're sharing something that you don't intend to. Mine says Cygnus HA draft.
Okay, Cygnus HA draft. Okay, all right. Okay, hold on. Close that. Come on, let's go.
It doesn't like you.
It does not like me. Well,
Are you on looking at things on Flickr, Chris?
I'm trying to get it off Flickr and show something on my desktop.
You're on Flickr now, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have what you want to show on Flickr, right?
Here, let's do this. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so you see my desktop, I assume, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about this? Can you see this picture that was on my desktop right here? If it'll pop up like it's supposed to.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, you see my pointer?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, now I don't have to lose my temper. Okay, good. So, so that's the neb in the middle is what I was talking about. So,
Okay.
but yeah, and then this one right here, I want to say that's SH2112. Does anybody know that? Fulbright, I think you've done this one, haven't you? So, let's see.
He's muted.
Good.
Yeah.
Hello? Sorry. I keep
Yeah.
muting myself. Which object?
This guy right here.
Is that the, is that a monkey or is that a bear? I can't remember.
I thought the monkey head was above Orion.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's in Cygnus. It's not the monkey head.
Is that the neb? No. That's
Yeah,
what
the
we
brightest
call it.
one right here. Yeah, in the middle, right there. That's Deneb. So
Yeah, that's a neat area. No, I don't know if I've done that one, but there's so much to do in that constellation. Keep you busy a while.
yeah. So, but anyway, here's what it looked like. What just one raw. Let's see. Can you guys see this one? As soon as it pops up here, it's pretty much the same 3-panel mosaic, and this is just one sub of each of how I put them together of hydrogen. So that gives you an idea of how much I'm trying to cover here. If I remember correctly, it's 15 degrees across, and but the ultimate goal, of course, was to get this whole thing in narrowband and also be able to show it tonight. So I failed in that respect miserably. But anyway, enough about that. Let's see if I can go back to Flickr here. So let's see. Okay, so can you see my Flickr window there?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, there's NeoWise right there, but that's not what I wanted to show. Because everybody's on the subject of comments. Here's a, down here somewhere is a comment picture I took a long time ago. And I remember Fulbright had taken an image of it as well. And I was kind of jealous of his because he was able to pull it off a lot easier. Let's see, where is this thing?
Yeah, Chris, that is at H2112.
So, okay, you see this guy right here?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's comment Garrett right there. That was back, I want to say, oh yeah, 2011, it's written right there. So yeah, 2011. And, but yeah, what was nice about this area is this was, I forgot which cluster this is. It's the a star cluster that's close to Sagitta, and that's one of the M71. That's right. And this is one of the brighter stars of the constellation Sagitta, which is in shape of an arrow. So there's that. Let's see. Let me go back to the photo stream here. And there it is again. This is the one I was talking about as far as Michael Fulbright got a good image of this. This was actually a mosaic. I could not get it to fit that easily. So this was taken at 630 millimeters. It's the same scope I've been using for years now. It's sort of like my scope of choice, kind of like what Mark Lang's Teleview Genesis is. Yeah, so you got your coat hanger nebula right here, and then over here, this is an NGC object cluster right here. And yeah, Garrett went by this guy, and it was like, oh, perfect photo op for this. And so that's that one. Let's see, wonder how well the meeting can handle videos. Let's see. So let's see. There, of course, is the Venus transit. Let's see if I can find a Venus transit video. Yeah, so here it is. It was just a white light thing, but you know, it was going to wouldn't happen for another 100+ years. The next one's supposed to happen in 2117, so we got less than 100 years to go to see the next one, so that's good. Yeah, when what's his name? When Mark Lang talked about his photo of what do you call it? That meteor shower image that he had taken of the Perseids. Yeah, I was, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing here, so I was like, I'm going to do take that image every 5 seconds because you know this is the last time we'll be able to see it, and obviously. There was no place in the United States other than maybe Alaska and definitely Hawaii you could see the whole thing. So here in Raleigh, you were only able to see like maybe the first half hour of it, and then it set. So I was just thinking to myself, well, I've always wanted to go to the Southwest, and so I went to this. This was my reason to do it, and you know, Southwest was statistically speaking going to be clear around this time of year because this was June 5th of 2012, and I was like, okay, cool. So I just went out there and yeah, took my Stellar View 90 millimeter 630 millimeter focal length telescope, put in my 600D modified Canon, and yeah, went out there, took an image every 5 seconds, and so at the end I had over 1,000+ images to make this this video right here. So yeah, lots of frames to put in there. But what was kind of funny about this whole thing is that I was sitting there in the hotel, and it was like the day before, and clouds were coming in and out, and then at the end of or excuse me, at around I'd say 10 p.m. Right, well, you know, kind of after sundown on June 4th, the day before the transit, it started pouring down rain, and my heart just sunk. It was like, oh my God, I just traveled thousands of miles, and this is going to be all for nothing. And I just went down, and I talked to one of the guys who was working at the hotel, and he said, yeah, this is common. It just goes in and out, but most of the time it is clear. And so I was like, okay, well, I hope I'll be able to see first contact and you know, second contact of the black drop of the planet Venus going in front of the sun, and pick this park out there. Well, I can't remember the name of it. It's down there at the bottom, most likely. But yeah, found this park. I scouted it out a few nights before to make sure it was going to be get a good view of it. It was cloudy that day. However, it was cloudy on the eastern half of the sky, and the star of the transit just missed the clouds, and the clouds just stayed where they were. And the whole western side of the sky was nice and clear. And I was like, cool. Yeah, so it worked out.
Speaking of clear, guys, I've got to saddle up all my gear and take it out to Jordan, but I just looked at College DuPage, and there's no clouds, and it may not be ideal for where the comet is in the sky relative to the sunset, but forecast is for a solid week of clouds, and then the moon's back. So I'm out. See you guys.
Later. Good luck. Okay, so I guess this is my last picture right here. This is Jupiter during the daytime. This was May 25th of, well, it says May 24th. I guess I got the day wrong. 2015. This was, oh gosh, I want to say around maybe 7 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was just like, well, maybe there's enough contrast there to see it. And sure enough, I saw it, and the seeing and the transparency were pretty good. And it was hot as hell though. But so I was like, well, I like looking at planets during the daytime. So I thought this was a good time to take a recording. And yeah, there you go. That looked really good. So I was like, well, let's just stack an image in it. And yeah, it worked out really well. And I don't know if it was the day before or what, but there was, I went out and looked at it again during the daytime, and there I was able to pick up a moon in that case right there. Actually, that may have been the same day. Well, whatever. But anyway, it was Jupiter during the day, so it was really cool looking. And Jupiter, yeah, if you were to look at it during the day, it's very pale. It's almost as if it's opaque a little bit against the blue sky. It's nowhere near as easy to see as Venus. I would say that if I were to rank all the planets as far as being able to see them during the daytime, Venus is the easiest. The next one I would say is Mars when it's out, because we pass Mars every 26 months or so. So you have to wait around to see Mars. After that, I probably would say, what do you call it? See, Venus, Mars, yeah, then Jupiter, and then after that, Mercury, because Mercury, though small, is still pretty easy to pick up. And then, of course, the hardest would be Saturn, which I haven't been able to look at during the daytime until it's like almost sundown. So it's like, that's going to be a challenge. I want to see if I can pick that up. But anyway, all the daytime targets I've ever taken, including this one of planets during the daytime, were all with C9.25. So anyways, let's see. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why that's showing up there. I have no idea why. Okay. Why is it doing this to me? Let's see. Anyway. Okay. Did anybody else have any other images they wanted to share?
Oh, I've got a couple of pictures I like to show. This is Richard.
Okay. All right, Rich, take it away.
Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. Can anybody see anything?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, let's go back and see here and share screen. And then click on that. Share. How's that?
Yep, you're sharing. Don't see anything yet, but yeah, you're sharing. Oh, there
Okay.
you go.
Here's M101 that I started working on about a month ago. And I thought it went fairly well as LRGB. I'm using my Stellview 70 millimeter refractor with the ASI 1600. So that went pretty well. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit more. It's not showing the colors, but anyway. And so that's about 25 subs each. And it came out fairly well. I'm trying to get 4 of the galaxies so I can have a 4-picture frame that I can put them in and hang them in the house. So I got 1 left to go. But anyway, let's see what else we got. We got that, and let's go back here. And let's see. Got that. And that, and I'll keep going back. And this is M51. Basically the same time I did that. I think it came out pretty well. It shows a lot of colors in there. Of course, it's not as detailed because I had to use, I had to blow it up some. So anyway, that's not too bad. Again, that's about 25 subs, LRGB. And I was using the autofocuser, the ZWO autofocuser. I was trying that, and I was playing along with that, and that seemed to work okay. So I was really, really impressed with that. That to me was a kind of a showstopper for me, was the autofocusing. Once I got that going, it opened up the doors and made imaging a lot easier, a lot more fun. I didn't have to worry about focusing it manually every time I changed the filters on it. So, but anyway, that's the two that I've done, and now I'm working into the narrowband. So I'm looking at the Elephant Trunk Nebula. I've just taken some images of that with, again, the 70 millimeter and HA and 03. So we'll see how that works out in the next week as I go through processing. So that's about it.
That's about it. Okay, very good. Okay, well, I guess the biggest, we've got a few participants here. Most of us have been in the club for a while. So the one thing that we haven't scheduled just yet is a topic for the next meeting. Is there anybody who wants to put in a request or anything like that as far as what we should talk about? No? Okay. So, all right. Well, we'll figure something out. Anyway, yeah, I suppose everybody's out looking at the comment right now. But anyways, well, I guess that's it. And unless anybody has anything else to say, I guess we'll just call it a vote tonight. And looking out my window right here, looks like it's clear. So maybe I'll grab those extra hours of oxygen and put it in on that mosaic. So anyway, okay, good show. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care, Mark.
Thanks a lot. You too.